Hello, everyone. How are you? Come on in. Come on in. How is everyone doing today? All right. Let me know if you can hear me. All right. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Yes, yes, yes. Hello, Kevin. You said you ready. Isis, hello, my darling. Brittany, Devin Grant, Adele, Mons 820. Yes, yes, yes. Favorite brown girl. Okay, okay, yeah. I'm gonna give it a couple minutes for everyone to come on in. I am good today. I'm good today. I am good today. Yes. Shout out to all of my channel members. Members, I love you all. Thank you for being a member. Shout out to all of the subs. I love you all. Thank you for being here today on this Wednesday. Yeah, yeah. So we're going to give it a couple minutes for people to get into the room. And then we're going to start with this information. Okay, perfect. Kevin says we can hear you just fine. Kevin says, yep, let me know when you're ready. Hey, back to fork up. How are you? Back to fork up. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. All right. All right, let me see. Be sure to like the video. Please like the video. Oh, goodness. I have not watched any of the videos surrounding this topic because I did not want to taint myself or, present information that's biased. So I didn't watch anything. Yeah, I didn't watch anything surrounding the topic because, again, like I said, I didn't want to be biased. So I don't know what happened. I didn't even see the initial video. I did my best to stay away from it, knowing that I was going to read on it. So, you know, so when it comes to certain things, if I'm asking you all questions, because I'm trying to, garner more information so I can read better on it, then that's why. Again, I didn't want to taint or contaminate the reading, right? So, yeah, I'm trying to decide what deck I want to use today. And I'm going to start with this one for now. But if that doesn't go right, if it doesn't feel right, then I may go with the Star Child Tarot. So we'll see. So let me just start shuffling. And yeah, again, like the way I was feeling around this, it was just feeling muddled. The energy around it feels very muddled, kind of cloudy, but muddled is better. Like when you have clean water and then like you add mud or dirt and then it becomes like dirty. Yeah, the energy around it is very, very different. And I'm coming to pick up on that energy. And it's interesting because that energy is usually like that when talking potentially about high paid celebrities or, high in the industry people. So I'm coming to recognize that type of energy. It's very interesting. It's very interesting. Yeah, it's very interesting. It's just kind of like, okay, so what's truly going on? What's truly going on? But I can feel that I don't want to say contamination, but it really feels, like I said, muddled. It feels muddled. It feels like confused water. Confused water. It doesn't, the energy around it doesn't flow the way that it should. Confused water, muddled. That's how, that's how it feels. So I don't know if that means like spiritual blockages or just because the magnitude of the people we deal with. Because when there are some high power celebrities, they have their Illuminati magicians and things like that working on things for them. Um, do I have proof of this? No, but there are some weird things going on in Hollywood. But yeah, when you're dealing with certain types of people who have the potential to have access to, high powered spiritual workers, other spiritual workers can pick up on that. Right. So I'm picking up on some type of dirty water, muddled, dirty, contaminated, funky energy. No, not stagnant water, but if you see like when it floods and like the street, it floods and like okay, so like people who live in the South, when it gets flooded, it's a lot of rain. And you know how that rainwater turns into like that orange clay water and it runs. So like the water runs, but it's not clear anymore. It's kind of like that clay colored water. It's not clear anymore. It's flowing, but it's still clay dirty like. That's how it is. It's moving, but it's kind of sludgy and you can't really see through it, but it's still moving. I hope that makes sense. Does that make sense, guys? Yeah. So or like, the Mississippi River is water that flows, but it's dirty. So kind of like that. It's weird. So, all right, my darlings. So, yep, the Mississippi. Yep, it's like that. It's running, but it's not clear. You can't see to the bottom, but it's still moving. So, okay, so let's see. Kevin came in straight out the gate with the first question. So, okay, everyone. So, this is the first question. Okay, let's see. Is this colorist behavior manifesting? Let me just start with this. Okay, so hey, Gwen Brownlee. So yeah, just starting off right here. Um, we have this tower in reverse, right? So normally these are things unexpected. We can kind of read this right now as major themes. We're surprised, but we really shouldn't be surprised. Um, we really shouldn't be surprised by the energy, by the happenings, what's going on. Um, and again, this is major level. Like now, personally, I don't know about TP. Um, the energy that I read from TP is homosexual. Um, because we know there are a bunch of people who, are married, they have children, but they are bisexual or homosexual, right? What I get from him is homosexual. So with this being our first card, looking at this, yeah, kind of answering, yeah. I'm gonna start to say yes on this, Kevin. I'm gonna start to say yes. So let's pull another card and let's see. Yeah. And I think that with this Three of Pentacles, right? I think the issue around this with this behavior is that people who work alongside TP, people who work alongside TP understand this and know this, right? But the community stays quiet, right? So pull another one. Yeah. Ooh, yeah. This Seven of Swords. And The funny thing about the Seven of Swords is we see the eclipse right here, right? We see this eclipse. Sooner or later, what's happening is going to come to light with this sneakiness. So yeah, I would definitely say yeah, yeah, this is that colorist behavior manifesting. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Um, hey Weird Flex, hey Wanda. Yeah, so yeah, that's very interesting. I'm feeling good with this deck, so we're gonna stay with this deck. Yeah, that's interesting. So go ahead and put your questions in the chat. Put either a purple heart or the purple crystal ball next to your question so that I can identify it and read your question. Hey Donna, you're right on time. You're right on time. Hey Robin Harper, love and light to you, darling. Tuning in from DC. Hello, DC. Hello, DC. Hey Alikia. Okay, so we're gonna go to the next question. Kevin was ready. Kevin was ready with the questions. So this is the next question. The next question is, oh goodness, let me read this. Let me read it myself before I read it out loud. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay, Kevin. Okay, Kevin. Ooh, yeah. Like if you have like a support animal or like a pet that you love and you like kind of pet them for comfort, I am clutching my invisible pearls right now because Kevin is coming for everybody edges. Okay. If you out here talking and dealing with Kevin, get you some Jamaican black castor oil because he is coming for scalps and edges right now with these questions. Um, right, Donna. Kevin is coming for the edges. Kevin is coming for. Kevin said, "You mess with him, you're gonna need some soothing ointment. Okay, you're gonna need some soothing ointment." I can't even read that. Okay, so energetically, okay, okay. So let's see. How are all these cases going to get back and reveal something that's possibly dark? Okay. Okay. So, starting to answer the question, how are the revelations going to come? The revelations are going to come more people speaking out. Okay, more people speaking out. I think there are some people who want to take action, but there are and people at other higher levels too that want to take action and speak out, but they're not saying anything right now. So that's one way, starting to dig into it. Okay, yeah. Um, Lovers. Oh, excuse me, I had to sneeze. So yeah, lovers, former persons that were romantically um involved. Because right now I kind of feel like some of these people are suppressed, right? The former romantic partners. But yeah, I kind of feel like at some point they may come out too. Um, and then time. Right now, time, we're waiting for things to kind of move along and move forward. The situation is kind of choked with some things, but as soon as people get hearts and minds together, right? Um, more and more will come out. Okay, so answering that question, it's really going to depend on the people and time moving forward. Um, that's what it's going to be to reveal whatever it is being that's keeping the lid on things, right? Um, Let me close a couple of my browsers because I need to. Let me do that. Okay. Let me quit. Okay. So yeah, that's really that's how. That is the how. That is the how. And you know what's funny? What's funny is that when I was thinking about Christian Key TP in my mind, my mind went to um TD Jakes last week. So it's funny that spirit don't like that. My mind went to that person last week. So it's funny that Kevin, came up with the question. So yeah, come on in, like the video. Come on in, come on in. So yeah. Okay, the next question is from Donna. Donna asks, is TP into using magic to control people? Let me tell y'all, the magicians, the highly weird magicians are working overtime right now. So let's see. I need a little bit more information. So I'm gonna sit this Princess of Wands here right now. Ooh. Ooh. Now to me, just between us, this is TP. I don't care what no one says. I see meow. Every time I look at TP, I see meow, meow, meow. I don't see anything masculine. There's nothing attractive. Um, there's nothing attractive. No, I really don't see that. Um, I really don't see that, Donna. What I see is more of taking action with money. Taking the type of action with money. Yeah, taking that action with money. I don't really see, I mean, there's a potential for it, but I think that it's more along the lines of money. Waving the money around. But he's careful with how he does it. So, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we're not going to teach Kevin how to burn candles or get into it because Kevin will come for everybody. When did this happen? When I tell y'all I am so removed from certain things, I am very much removed from certain things. I don't even remember this happening. I really don't. Thank you. Back the fuck up. Yes, thank you, Robin Harper. Yes. Okay, Donna with the next question. Is TP a handler set up by the industry to vet who can come into the industry? Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Donna, now you know the question to that. You know the answer to that question. Yeah. You know the answer to that question. I see nothing but wigs and Maybelline for that one. Okay, so answering this question, huh? To vet is a handler set up by the industry to vet who can come into the industry. The answer is yes and no. Here's why it's yes and no. It's yes and no because although he's part of the industry, his status in the industry doesn't really matter. His status in the industry matters to Black people. His status in the industry does not matter to people um like the white people who hold prestige in the industry. Okay, his when we're talking about elite Hollywood, no one really cares about TP. Okay, Black people care about TP. Everybody else don't really care about TP. Okay, because it's not that the entire nation is not watching, quote unquote, all these TP shows and movies. Okay, Black people are. Now, if it's something like the Avengers, we know everybody across the country is gonna watch that. Okay. And the thing about it is that the Black community wants to see it as equal. It's not equal. Even though he has money and studios and things like that, Black people, he's a hero and he's high enough up. For the rest of the industry, he's not. So no, he's not. With Black people, yes. If you want to get your start and you're making, coming in with one of them Medea wigs, then you go right ahead, right? But that's not necessarily translating over into quote unquote the mega mainstream. Does that make sense? Right. And again, that only matters to the Black community. So, okay, we're going to Kevin's question next. Okay, so this is the next question. Let me shuffle. Oh, Kevin, now you should know the answer to that question. You should know the answer to that question. Hey, Tequila. Lovely Tequila. Hey, Andrea W. Yeah, like y'all know the answer to this question. Why are people acting delusional? Okay, so let me explain this. So people are acting delusional because when you see something and when you know something that has happened, you should take action on it. People don't want to take action on quote unquote their favorites. Okay. People don't want to take action on their favorites, number one. And so if you take an action, that means you're moving forward. But this when we're talking about people like this is a win, quote unquote, for the Black community. If you know what's going on, you refuse to take action, that means you don't want to move forward with doing what has to be done. So, and we've seen this, like when people say that they have been essayed, when some children say they have been essayed or things like that, and they tell someone, right, because it's someone that they like in the family, oh my God, they couldn't have done that. They couldn't have done it. And then they sweep it under the rug, right? To say something, to believe it, what means that you have to move to the next part of the energy, which is taking action on it, right? And potentially removing that person from quote unquote the family, the community, or whatever. People don't want to do that. Okay. People don't want to do that because they see certain people as saviors. So that's the answer to that question, Kev. Okay, so the next question is from Kevin. Kevin is coming for everyone's edges. Okay. Get you some rice water ready because Kevin is coming for your edges. Right. Robin Harper says he gave TD Jake's church $1 million a couple of years ago. Right. Those churches make that type of money anyway. $1 million is pretty low level for like a mega church. Yeah, that's low level. That's low level money. Okay, so this is the next question. Ooh. Okay. Does this reveal that he sees women as competition or envious of them, especially with listen? Uh, Kevin, you gonna give me your phone, okay? Somebody take Kevin's phone because Kevin is out here acting up with these questions. Someone take Kevin's phone. Someone take Kevin's phone. Okay, so answering this question, let me move these all down for you. Let me try and come down a little bit lower. Okay. So, so women as competition? No. In his mind, he thinks he is bringing justice to the community by these films and series. So to answer this question, see them as competition or envious of them? No. He feels like he's bringing justice to the stories of the Black community when he does this. With these films, these series, these, stuff like that. So that's in his mind, this is what he sees himself doing. Bringing light and justice, revealing the inner depths of the community. And I don't know if you can see these cards, you see how these people, they have masks and the masks are revealed. Yeah, he feels like he's bringing light and shedding light on the internals of some of the Black community. That's what he feels like he's doing with this. So, okay, so Brittany asks, is TP holding the opportunity to work for or with him over up and coming actors' heads, making it seem like it's the place to work? That's a good question. That's a good question. Do me a favor and like this video. If you're enjoying the reads right now, go ahead and like this video. I kind of feel like the energy is kind of unraveling now. It doesn't feel as tight and anxious anymore. I kind of feel like it's unraveling now. So maybe we just had to talk through it. Okay. So, yes, absolutely. Yep. That's the answer to this question, Brittany. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes, yes, he is. Yep. That's the answer to that. Mm-hmm. And it's almost like, so yeah, the answer to this question is yes. Yes, he does do that. But the thing about it is that when he does it, he tries to do it in a way like when you verbally put people in a position to decide, like you have the conversation, it's just like, when people are just like, it's your choice. It's your choice. What do you want to do? Do you want to propel your career forward? Or, it's kind of like it's your choice, right? So he kind of plays that word game, the word salad game. And absolutely, absolutely letting people know that this is the kingdom right here that's going to help make you more of an actor. So yeah, absolutely. That's absolutely what's being done. Absolutely, that's what's being done. Okay, so the next question is from Alikia. Hello, my darling. Okay, so Alikia asks, word is that he writes all of his own scripts, meaning he writes for all characters, men, women, children. Does he have a split personality? Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting. So let's see. Hmm. Hmm. I would not say that it's a split personality. He very much has the reins on things. The thing about it is that when he's writing things, right? When he's writing things, the biggest thing is that he has to have full creative control, right? So spirit kind of shifted your question. So it isn't necessarily about a split personality. What he likes to have and what he likes to do is to have full control over everything: the script, the cast, the costumes, the subject matter, choosing the actors, whatnot. He really likes to have full creative control. And the thing about it is sometimes he's not paying people. Sometimes he's not, so going back to the other question of hanging this over people's head, yes. And then so hanging things over people's head and then turn around and not paying people fairly, not paying people fairly for this work. So spirit kind of shifted that. So not necessarily about split personality, but it's having full control. And I'm talking about control like, how they say like how some stars or some celebrities or whatnot are divas, but like control, micromanaging, that type of energy, what I say goes, and not really paying people. Not really paying people. So we have this issue here. So, that's interesting. Interesting. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. Right, Kevin. Interesting. See, y'all know all this stuff. That's interesting. Okay. The next question is from Donna. The next question is from Donna, and I'm going in order over here on StreamYard. So, oh my goodness, we gonna take Donna's phone too. Okay. So, yeah, yeah. Did you all hit the like button? Are you all not enjoying the reads? This is interesting. This is interesting. So yeah, okay. So this next question is, what deal allegedly? Let's get our allegedlys in. What deal did TP Diddy and Jay Z make at the TP Black Billionaire Lunch? What in the world is going on? Listen, hey Dara. Okay, so if there was a deal, again, I don't know. Thank you so much, Robin. If there was a deal, I don't know. But what I will say is that um, these people are worried about something. They are worried about something. And I think part of their worry is the loss of their money. So if they had a conversation, if they made a deal, it was to cause the least amount of problems as possible. So whatever type of conflicts there are, drop the conflicts. Don't acquiesce. Don't give in to things. The conversation, if there was one, was about how do we keep our coins, how do we keep our money, and what can we do to not have any flare ups, any negativity, any conflict or negative press about us. So that was the conversation if there was one. So this is a good one. Robin Harper asks, when this veil is removed, will TP be left standing or penniless? That's a good question. That's a good question. Interesting. Okay, here we have this again. You know, I don't see anything being penniless. I don't see that. He'll still be standing. He'll still be standing. People's thought processes may change around this person, but he'll still be there. His reputation may be diminished a little bit, but he won't be knocked down. He won't be knocked down. Hey, Cafe All Late. Hey, Boo. Okay, here come. Like I said, we're gonna take Donna's phone. We're gonna take Donna's phone. So I want you all to see. We're starting to see the energies, like the cars that keep coming up. We're starting to see those. So okay. Interesting. Now, see, again, I don't know. I don't know anything about, I don't know this person. I don't know this man. I don't know any of these people, male or female. I don't know them. I don't read about them. I really don't care. Um one way or the other. You all give me a topic and that's what I read on, right? So, but this question right here is very interesting. Um ooh, ooh, an alleged sacrifice. Um, an alleged sacrifice. Okay. So, um, I don't see anything surrounding the actions of I don't see any type of that energy. What I will say is that energetically, energetically, you're on to something. Donna, energetically, you're on to something because um it's almost as if she was a distraction or if she was holding him back. So do I see the S word in any of this? No, I don't. But energetically speaking, it was almost like timing, right? The timing is what it is. Um, and I think that like when you have family ties, when you have familial ties, right? Um, those ties they bind, right? They do bind. They bind you to people, they bind you to places. Sometimes they bind your thought processes about things. So do I see the S word? No, I don't see the S word. But um that rise was supposed to happen then. It was supposed to happen then. So energetically you're onto something, but it's not necessarily what you think. Yeah, interesting. So interesting. Oh, oh, okay. Okay. All right. So the next question. Does he channel his mother to make the character come to life? Let's see. That's an interesting question. Mm, no, he does not. He does not. Now, what's happening with regard to this character is he is presenting this character from he's presenting this character from his own lens, right? Unfortunately, his lens is a little mew. Um, because his lens is a little mew, that's why we have the full on extreme. So it's kind of like, and I'm trying to figure out how can I say this without sounding terrible. Okay, I'm just gonna say it. It is what it is. You know how like some pink pink panty, some of the pink panty mafia present themselves as women. That's that same energy. So it's not necessarily channeling anyone, like when how pink panty brigade people channel women and think how women are supposed to look. That's the same energy that's happening here when he goes into this character. That's what that is. That's what that is. It's just like having this view on womanhood, but you're not a woman. And part of that because I'm sorry, there's a little bit of mew. There's a little bit of mew to TP. It just is what it is. Yeah, me either. Like me either, Robin. Yeah, me either, Robin. Me either. I've never been like, oh, okay, like first of all, I don't even there's just a bunch of stuff I don't watch. Most of most of that genre I don't watch. So I've never seen half of these shows. I never heard of them. I've never seen them. I watch science fiction. That's what I watch. I watch science fiction, supernatural fantasy. So that's what I watch. So like half of the stuff, like it doesn't even interest me. Doesn't even interest me. That doesn't interest me at all. Tonight I'm probably gonna watch something about, you know, is Bigfoot real tonight? Um, I don't watch that. I'm gonna go on Reddit and read the latest, in the UFO group on Reddit. Um, yeah, I watch science fiction, supernatural stuff like that. That's the type of stuff I've always watched. I'll probably go pull up, some Stargate SG-1, one of my favorite TV shows, and watch the old, the series Stargate SG-1 again because it's one of my favorite series. So that's what I have no connection to these genre of stuff. I have no connection to it. So I sure do, Donna. Yep. So, okay, so this is the next question. Just so I don't know if he is a Scientologist, but there's some there's some hidden money around that subject. Yeah, Billy Carson has some good stuff too. Robin Harper. Yep. 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 Hey, Speak Less. Yep. Stargate SG-1, one of my favorite shows. I remember when the show debuted in 1997 on Showtime. I remember. Stargate SG-1 is one of my favorite shows. You can't convince me that the government doesn't know about what's going on or even do stuff like that. Because every time I hear something new about the UFO agenda, um, switching gears real quick, it's something that I've seen on Stargate SG-1. So I don't care what anyone says. Jesus himself will have to come tell me this is not the case, and I still probably won't believe it because there's just too much going on out here, and these people know something. But anyway, back to it. Scientologists, no, I don't see that, but I feel like there's some type of interesting money. There's some type of money being exchanged. I don't necessarily see membership, but I see some type of there's some money there. There's some money there. And I think that if we were to follow the money, if we were truly able to investigate and follow the money, we'd probably find out something. So, hey, positive queen on purpose. 50% Creole, 50% Californian. Yeah. Yeah. So, okay. Okay. Pam G asked, will this revelation affect TP's business, career, finances? If so, how? The thing about it is that there will be a potential change in the community about how the community feels about this person. Okay. A potential change in the community about how people feel about this person, but I don't feel like it'll be enough of a tide of change to fully affect money, right? It's just like, when people have the family member that they know is a degenerate, but they still support the degenerate, the degenerate still comes to the family functions and things like that. The weird one, they still get to come to the family functions. We all know that the community isn't going to give up this tie, right? So, yeah. Yeah. And then it may be a little bit of friction, but people are just going to go through the mental gymnastics to defend such things. So it won't really diminish anything, just a little bit of a change from the community, but it won't be much. Yep, Black Knight Satellite, something going on with that, Robin Harper. Yep. Mhm. Okay, so the next question is from Donna. Is 1-800-HOLLYWEIRD going to help TP beat these allegations, or are they going to let him fall? Hey, Fuzzy. I'm just not seeing that Fuzzy is here. They might I don't see no magic happening. I don't see it. They're gonna let the chips fall where they may with this. They're gonna let the chips fall where they may with this. I don't see too much of a change, but is Hollyweird gonna help? No. Mm-mm. Hollyweird won't help. Okay, so Fuzzy Spiral says the story of TP's aunt and mother being his inspiration is a whole lie. He stole it from a gay club performer. I can believe that. I believe that. And again, remember when I just talked about how the 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 Pink Panty Brigade, how they dress themselves and stuff like that, presenting femininity and womanhood how they think it is, which is really a caricature. It's not even the right frequency. That's the same thing. So Fuzzy saying this, you know, stealing it from a gay club performer. Yep, same energy. Same energy. Okay, so the question is, did he lie about being homeless? I don't know I don't know if he ever was homeless. I've never heard that. I can't speak on it, but I think that there may be some truth to it. Now, to what extent is completely different. Like, were you homeless staying at a friend's house, or were you homeless in a shelter, or were you homeless, under the bypass, under the expressway bypass, right? It's levels to being homeless, right? Um, I think there's some truth to it, but I think part of it was kind of, let's see what I can do with this. Okay, so the next question is from Kevin. Kevin asks, or Kevin says, from what I hear, TP doesn't have a good relationship with his son. What is causing a blockage from him expressing healthy feelings for his son? Yeah, I'm gonna get to that probably next week, Donna, about what the world is going on in Hollywood in general and like with the industry and stuff like that. So yeah, we'll probably get to that next week. After Christmas, we'll get to that because something is going on. I kind of feel like more and more things are changing. Of course, that's part of the astrology that's going on, that's changing things, revealing things, turning on the light with some things. So yeah, we're gonna get into that at some point next week. So yeah, we're gonna get into that at some point next week. Okay, what's causing the blockage? Okay, there's some type of family issue going on, Kevin. Answering that question, that is there's some type of family issue going on, and the family issue happened um when either TP or the son was younger. There's a family issue, a family dynamic that I don't want to say is being swept under the rug, but like when families don't deal with certain things, there are certain things that happen in families, they don't deal with them, they tiptoe around them, they sidestep them, they ignore them, things like that. Whatever this was, it was strong enough and long lasting enough to cause the friction or the blockage, that you're talking about. This is a long standing family situation that needs to be resolved. Something has gone on, something has happened, either when TP was young or when the son was young, that it's it's still it's still sitting on him as a person. There's something that needs to be dealt with. Um, this is a family issue. It's something that needs to be dealt with, and I'm kind of picking up that this is a omen. If this isn't dealt with, this has the potential to affect the next generation. So it has the potential to affect the children of his son. That this is an omen. This is something that needs to be taken care of. Okay. I don't want to call it a generational curse, but if it's not taken care of, it can turn into that. It can turn into the generational curse if it's not taken care of. So, yeah. Hey girl, how you doing? Okay, Donna, I don't know what this is. Oh, okay, okay. I see what that is now. Oh, that's interesting. It wouldn't surprise me if it was. Okay, so let me look at some of the comments. Um, Fuzzy says the gays say he was on a friend's couch, not the car, as he tells it. And that's what I was saying. Like there's levels to homelessness. Which level is it? Right? When people say homelessness, they automatically think about just homelessness. There's levels to homelessness. You not having your own place, but inside somewhere sheltered or in a shelter or at a friend's house or in your car, or you're just really like out there on the street in a homeless encampment, something like Skid Row or something. There's levels to homelessness. So yeah, there was some of it there, but not people love a sad story. Okay? People love a sad story. So, Donna asked part of the GSM. I don't know what the GSM is, but that's real interesting. If I'm reading into that correctly. Mm, I don't want to say that he's part of that. I'm not going to say that he's part of that. What I will say is there are some actions that have happened that he's thought about that he wishes he could get rid of. There are some things that have happened, some actions that have taken place that burden his mind. And if he could undo those actions, he would. So I'm not saying he a member, but there's some actions that have gone on. When they say that people need to repent, and change their ways and do something different, that's the energy that's sitting on him. That's the energy that's sitting on that man. So, do with that what you will. But yeah. So okay. Sorry, I don't know what's happening out in the hallway. They're being loud in the hallway. So if you can hear that, forgive me. Okay. Okay, I'm trying to get to where we at because it's a lot of questions. I got a lot of questions to go. Oh yeah. Oh, I got a lot of questions to go. Okay. Okay, so answering this question, child, that's a little bit of degeneracy and a little bit of misogyny. That's what that is. A little bit of misogyny, and because it's misogyny, and because content and movies and stuff like that, you get money from it. People watch it, you get money from it. So most of the time, it's about the money. But yeah. hmm Okay, let me move these up. Okay, you say we nosy. Yep, nosy, nosy, nosy. Okay, Robin, we're here to Robin's question. Is TP a deceptive? I like the way you work. I like how you use that. A Decepticon. I know exactly what you're talking about. Without spirit telling me before we get to these cards. In my mind, there's some Decepticon energy. But we're gonna see what spirit says. We're gonna see what spirit says. We're gonna shuffle these cards. We're gonna see what spirit says because I don't care what nobody says. It's some mew. Some of that energy is mew. And it's just not yeah. Mm, mm. Okay, so I'm not gonna say he a Decepticon, but baby, I know a wannabe queen when I see one. I know a wannabe queen when I see one. It's so funny because we have this male energy inverted right here. Okay, the actions not really they're not hitting where they're supposed to hit on the XY scale. A lot of that action, a lot of that energy is okay, female and queen energy. So a Decepticon, no. But the queen energy is real, okay? The queen energy is real. The queen energy is real, okay? Um, hello, Sesamosaurus side eye. I love that name. But yeah, this ain't number queen energy. Queen energy. You know, when we talking about one to be the listen, that's queen energy right there. I don't care what nobody. It's queen energy. Decepticon, no, but that's some queen energy. Queen energy. Queen energy. Queen energy. All hail the queen. Queen energy. Okay, I told you it's mew mew. Queen energy. Yep. Mm-hmm. Queen energy. No, he's your queen to be. Queen energy. That's what that is. That's queen energy. Yep. Mm-hmm. It just is what it is. Okay. Next question is from Donna, right? Why does he hide his real name from the public, allegedly? Oh. Mm. Okay, it's some type of legal issues, and I see something dealing with money. Something dealing with money, some type of legal issues. Um, yeah, money and potentially a legal issue. That's why. Yep, money and a legal issue. Not in it. Fuzzy Spiral's been coming with the tea. You've been coming with the tea, girl. What else been happening? See, and I was in the Atlanta area, but I had no clue about any of this. I don't hang with queens, kings, um, any of the mafia, you know, because I used to hear about them weird mansion parties in the Atlanta area. I'm like, y'all going to this? Y'all going to these quote unquote AIDS parties? Because you know ain't nothing but gonorrhea and AIDS at these weird mansion parties. Y'all okay, y'all want to be all up, y'all going okay, so y'all are full on adults going to these weird orgy pajama weird ass parties. Like I ain't doing that. I ain't doing that. So cat fuzzy spirals is coming with the tea. So yeah. So okay. Yeah, I'm just like, I don't see what the hype is. A lot of them are. And it's just usually like the worst of what's going on in the community. And I'm just like, okay. Yep, starring in SG1. Yep. Billy Carson material. Yep. Fuzzy coming with the tea. Mm-hmm. Fuzzy coming with the tea. Yep. Positive queen on purpose. Yes, darling. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. So this is the next question here from Kevin. Kevin is back again, snatching edges. Yeah, before I get to that, I see Kevin's comment down here in the chat. Yeah, you know, these weird, like in the Atlanta area, right? Let's say you would go to Kroger or something like that. If you quote unquote made the mistake of going to Kroger, the grocery store, in certain neighborhoods, you know, people will put the little bandit flyers on your cars, right? So little bandit flyers on your car, some of them would be, you know, mansion party or um adult pajama jam or these crazy mansion pool parties or whatever like that. And I'm just like, and people were like paying money to go to these. I know Atlanta has like a very big like swingers community and stuff like that. So ain't no telling. I mean, I'm sorry. It's just a bunch of STDs being swapped at these types of events. You can't convince me otherwise. So, you know, we were always happy to go to grocery stores elsewhere. Because, like I said, you get a bunch of little bandit flyers and stuff on your car. No one wants that. No one cares. So, but yeah. So Kevin's question Okay, Christian has been in cycles of constant abuse starting since childhood, and it seems to continue with TP. What does he need to do to heal himself and break the constant cycle? Oh, I know exactly what he needs to do. Let's see if spirit is on the same page. Yep, Harper. Yep, walking Petri dishes. Yep, little bandit flyers. The same little terrible little flyers. Like when MLK Day comes, they're gonna have MLK on the bandit flyer with a sexy woman model on there talking about come to the MLK party. Why you got MLK on there with a sexy model? Well, respect, the legacy in the land of MLK in Atlanta. But no, they'll have like a little sexy little woman or something like that talking about, yeah, we come to the down and dirty MLK Day party. Like, this supposed to be a day of community service. Why did you even make this? It's terrible. So, okay, what does Christian need to do to heal himself and break the cycle? It's it's just what I expected. He needs to walk away. He needs to walk away. Okay? He needs to walk away. Christian needs to walk away. And the biggest thing is that Christian is avoiding some things. He hasn't fully accepted some things. Because he hasn't fully accepted, he can't fully walk away. He can't heal. Right? The first step, when they talking about the AA meetings and stuff like that, the first step to healing is acceptance. He hasn't accepted some things. There's a bunch of it. He's dealing with a lot of emotional turmoil. And because he's dealing with this emotional turmoil, he hasn't, he's wrestling. He's wrestling with it. He needs to walk away. He needs to potentially he needs to leave this industry because what Christian isn't saying, and I'm just getting a bunch of information right now. What Christian isn't saying is that people and places trigger him all the time. Certain people and certain places trigger him all the time. And it's almost like he's reliving some of these memories and things that happened to him over and over and over. In order for him to start to heal, he has to accept what has happened. He really needs to leave the industry. Yes, speak less. He needs to walk away from the industry because a lot of the industry is pay to play and a lot of it is degenerate. So he really needs to leave the industry. But until he makes that decision, until he accepts some things, is he's just going to keep being triggered. Yep. So, yeah. Okay, so this is the next question. Okay, so the next question is from Cafe. Cafe asks, why did TP help Megan and Harry? Speak less. Are you in the Atlanta area? Speak less. If you're in the Atlanta area, then people would hurry up and try and flock to the weird parties or whatever. Like, it used to be the mansion that's right over there, Riverdale. Who owns it now? Is that Rick Ross? Who owns it now? The I forgot who used to own it, but the Rick Ross mansion. So like the weird parties and people want to be part of certain scenes so bad in the Atlanta area, and they would just go to these weird parties and stuff like that. And I call them weird, but they want to be so close to celebrities so bad. And they would just go to these parties and stuff like that. Yep, Andrea, yep, off Old National. You know who I'm talking about. Yeah, it's Rick Ross's house now. But people just, and then like we have family in the area over there. Sometimes with some of these parties going on, traffic is just toe up over there off Old National. And like it's because it's Old National and Highway 138. Right, because it's not far from 85. And some of the traffic would just be toe up over there, depending on what the hell was going on. It's just like some of y'all just want to be close to celebrities so bad. It's ridiculous. But yeah. Yep, Rick Ross, old Holyfield mansion. Yep. So yeah. Just wow. Okay, why did TP help Meghan and Harry? I mean, I know the reason to that. Like, I'm getting a bunch of information right now. I know the reason, but let's see if Spirit gonna come up with the same thing. Okay, so he helped. So we have to look at the money we have here. We have money here. We have money here, right? He helped them out. And excuse me, I think I'm going to have to sneeze, but I'm going to keep talking until the sneeze comes up. This was a way to try to connect to a different type of money, right? Again, remember when we're talking about Hollywood, when we're talking about established industries, TP is a mogul to Black people, right? When you're talking about Megan, like Megan, she was what on that show Suits or whatever it was. Okay, fine. She managed to bridge the gap and get into real money and status, right? Quote unquote royalty. That was a way to try and connect to a community that has more status and money. More status, more money, and more power. That's what that is. So that's why he helped. There was some strategy there, right? There was some strategy, and we have the strategy here by the source, represented by the source card. There was some strategy there. But make no mistake about it, that was to try to connect, right? To try to connect to, this is a prince right here, to try to connect to, because see, he's pretty much at his limit right here in the United States, unless he goes for like politician or something like that. He's pretty much at his limit. Okay, you own some studios. Okay, you have some money. You know, he's pretty much at his limit. So we want to reach on across and try and see if we can make some connections with more power, more money. Yep, that old ancient money. Old ancient money. So you have to know what you're looking at. Okay, so this next question is from Robin Harper. Is Christian in any danger as a result of exposing who did this to him? That's a good question. Yeah, absolutely. That is pure strategy. That is pure strategy. Okay. Okay, so Robin asks, is Christian in any danger as a result of exposing who did this to him? I don't see danger, but I do see there's a potential for this to mess with his career. There is a potential for this to mess with his career. It's funny because we have two forms of movement or levels that's represented here. We have these two major arcana cards. We have wheel, right? Which is like level 1. We have the world here, which is like the final level, right? So this is like starting and then completion. There's a potential for this to deal with his money. There's a potential for this to affect his income in the future. Okay, so do I see danger? No, I don't see danger. He's not in a position to where like, oh my God, like he's exposing something. This is not a and I'm going to say this as strategically as I can. You know, the man whose name started with E and the island, right? The man whose name started with E and the island. Don't put the name in the chat. So this isn't that type of level. This isn't that type of level because honestly, a bunch of people don't care. It's not that level. No one cares. But this has the potential to mess with Christians' income in the future. But again, danger to him? No, because this is not E's island level. Okay. This is not E's island level was major level. We're talking about politicians, former presidents, all types of movie stars, royals from different countries. E's island was a completely different level when we're talking about allegations. This right here is chump change. This is pebbles. So no, there's no danger here. Yeah, there's no danger here. So okay, so the next question is from Kevin. Kevin again with the question. Okay, why does Christian keep using cryptic language to try to out the perps of his abuse instead of simply staying silent from this point and let the police do their job? Now I hope some of you all share this with people in your circle who may have asked about this, or because I know like for some people it's a topic, it's a trending topic depending on, who you ask and what your personal interests are, especially if your interest, does pertain to celebrities in the entertainment world or whatever. So if there are people you've been talking about this with your friends, your coworkers, I kind of feel like them seeing this reading will potentially answer questions that they may have, because I really feel like a lot of the energy is unraveling. It was muddled and murky before, but I really feel like it's unraveling, and it's at a calmer state than it was before. So yeah, please share this with people, who may have interest in it. So okay. Why won't he using this cryptic language? Okay, he's using this cryptic language because, you know, the community around him, these are communities of his peers, but these are also people who can affect his future earnings, right? So he's being very cryptic. That's why he's using the cryptic language, okay? And a lot of this is triggering him with regards to actions in the past. It's triggering him and it's worrying him. So we have three things happening with that. It's triggering him, he has ties to the community, people who, actor, model, because he's not quote unquote an A-list celebrity, right? He's B-list, probably even C-list in the grand scheme of things. He knows there's a potential to affect his money. So this is why he's being cryptic. And then it's weighing on him. It's when I do believe that something happened to him. I really do believe that. But yeah, he's being cryptic for those three reasons. It's triggering him. This really has the potential to affect his career because he's really B-list, C-list, possibly even D-list. I know I keep going down the letters, but it is what it is. I never heard of this man before. I don't know him. And then, it's really bothering him mentally. So this is why. This is why. He's also trying to see, and this is bad strategy from him, it's failing. He's trying to see if he can coax a reaction. He's trying to see if he can coax action or reaction from the person that he's talking about. So that's the answer to that. So yeah. Mm. Give me just a moment. I need a sip of water. Yeah, he's really, really affected by it. This is terrible. This is why he and Kevin, this is why he really needs to step away from the industry, because so many things trigger him. The people that he works with, the different roles, the even when a role has him, as a model or taking off his clothes or being sexy or whatever, so many things trigger him, and he keeps getting triggered. He has a lot that he needs to deal with. He needs to step away, right? You can't heal in part of the environment that hurt you. You can't do it. In order to properly heal, you need to leave the environment that's causing you harm. Okay, you're not going to heal yourself if you keep eating poison. Okay, so that's not going to happen. Until he does this, he's going to be triggered. Hey Lala. Yeah, he needs to get out of Hollywood. He needs to get out of Hollywood. He needs to get out of that industry. Okay. So favorite brown girl asks, why does TP continue to provide for the man he found out was not his father? Okay, so this is going back to answering this question is going back to this. Remember, I was talking about this weird family energy that was like swept under the rug. They don't deal with it. There was something that happened. This is part of that same energy. Okay, this is part of that same energy. Um, that family energy. I don't know what happened when he was a child or whatever. This is part of that same energy. Okay, we have the same family tie here. So he's doing this to him feels like he has family. Him doing this feels like he's able to, because whatever happened to him with his family life when he was a child or growing up, he had no control over it. Him doing this, supporting this person that's even not his father, that's him creating a family. That's him trying to put the bits and pieces of what happened to him, trying to make some sense out of it. This is something that he can control. Yeah, maybe this person isn't his father, but this is part of the family that he can choose. This is family that he can create bonds and memories with. So this is part of that energy. Yeah. 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 Um so yeah, there's some trauma there. There's some trauma there with Christian and with TP. Both of them need to deal with it. But the thing about it is one person has more power than the other. And I'm not saying that one of them was hurt more than the other. They both need to deal with it, right? They both need to deal with it. Um, they both need to deal with it. But I think Christian's trauma affects him more. He hasn't been able to fully hide it, right? It affects him more. We see it more. So, all right. So this question is here go Donna with the Jay Z and Diddy foolishness. Did Jay Z, Diddy, and TP make a deal allegedly at their lunch to cover for each other for when if there's BS that comes out? I like it now. Okay. And I'm starting to get hungry. So we're probably going to be on here another 10 more minutes because I'm starting to get hungry. Either that or I need some more water. Okay. So yeah, there was something secret that did go on allegedly at this meeting. There was something secret there. And I really think it was about what to do moving forward if there was some type of friction. So to cover for each other, no, I really don't see covering for each other. But it's just like, okay, so what do we do as people in our position when there is friction? How do we move forward? That's what the conversation was. Okay, next question is by Fuzzy, right? Fuzzy asks, does TP believe the Bible as he says, or does he use it for his audience to follow without question? Ooh, that's a good one. That is a good one. That's a good question. Let's see. Hmm. Okay. Does he believe the Bible like he says? No, he doesn't. Here's the thing. when he was younger, he believed it. Even not fully, but kids for the most part are very moldable, right? Even though me myself, I remember being 10 years old myself and I was rejecting it. Go figure. But I believe when he was younger, it was. But as he got older and as he moved through life, he understood it for what it was, but he wasn't alone for the ride. And now he knows that this is a point, or this is something that he can use for following, right? So yes, he uses it for his audience to follow without question. That's what he does. That's what he does. Yeah, so okay, so let me go back. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything. Yeah, PTSD, Stockholm syndrome. Yep. Okay. So okay, so let me scroll down to get some of these newer questions. Okay. Kevin asks or says, referring to the need to walk away, does Christian feel as if the industry is all that he has? And why doesn't he try other methods to achieve that success? That is a good question. Oh, oh, yeah. So we're going to start answering this right here. Okay. Does he feel as if the industry is all he has? This industry and Christian being in the industry, right? I don't want to say that he has a love-hate relationship with the industry, but there's a weird, sick, it's almost like, I don't want to say narcissism. It's an ego boost, right? That pays well. Like the energy, he knows he needs to take care of himself. But it's like this weird energy where he know he needs to do better and possibly step away from it, but he can't. He's in a weird relationship with the quote unquote industry, right? Okay. And yeah, there is part of him that feels like it is all he has, because unless he's getting into um other major forms of success, what is really going to pay like the industry. Now, I don't know what he makes himself, but yeah, he feels like he can't have a certain type of success. Um, and part of him does like the fame. Okay, part of him does like the fame. It's a boost to him, right? Because not only is he a model, he's also an actor. It's a boost, it's an edge. So people have this weird relationship where they know they need to step away, but they still stay. So part of him does feel like it's all that he has, right? Because model is not the same as actor, right? Model is very, very niche. You're not going to be a model being shown, on a syndicated show, right, across the nation, right? Model doesn't carry the same weight. And when it comes to being a model, he's not going to be in so many publications. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to give him the reach. It's not going to give him the span. So yeah, he kind of does feel like it is all that he has. So yeah, this is for him, this is the height of it, and he has to keep that height. He has to keep that height. He has to keep that height. Okay. Okay. So the next question is from Donna. Okay, Donna, you gotta leave Diddy alone. You gotta leave Diddy out of it. You gotta leave Diddy out of it. We on Christian and TP because Diddy is just a whole different conversation. Um, Now is TP worried that Diddy would turn on him since he knows his dirt? Nope. 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 They're cozy together. They're kind of on the same footing. They're cozy together. They're cozy together. Yeah, they've probably done some things and some dirt together, but no, not worried about it at all. At all. The energy is very, very balanced. There are two different types of energy, but it's just on different ends of the spectrum. TP is very different than Diddy, but there's still some shadiness that's there. They're just on different ends of the spectrum, right? Yes. So okay, next question is from Robin. Will Christian go to the authorities and reveal the alleged perpetrator to the public? That's a good question. Diddy is on the phone with his Illuminati, allegedly on the phone with his Illuminati magicians trying to figure stuff out. So they got stuff working behind the scenes. So Diddy busy right now. TP is not trying to get to that level of I gotta fix it. So everybody's trying to be quiet right now. Okay, so I think he will go to the authorities, but reveal the perpetrator to the public. I don't see it happening. I don't see him revealing the perpetrator to the public. I don't see it happening. I think that industry is going to keep the secrets within the industry. You can't, when you're going up against, Christian doesn't have the power to go up against the industry. He doesn't have the power to go up against the industry. He doesn't have that power. He doesn't have that backing. He doesn't have that standing. And for him to go up against the industry would means he's going to have to leave the industry. He's not ready to leave the industry yet because the industry is all that he has. Even though he should leave and go heal and go do something else, but he won't. Okay, he's in a love-hate relationship with the industry. He may go to the authorities. If he does, it's going to take a minute. It's going to take a little while. It may not be as quick as you or I, would do it going to the industry. You and I really don't have, quote unquote, much to lose, as opposed to someone who is a famous such and such, right? Um, I don't, I don't think, I don't think it would be revealed to the public. If he does reveal it to the public, I will be shocked, but I don't see it. I don't see it happening. I don't see it. So, so yeah. Okay. Okay, Donna, we not gonna do that. I'm not gonna be able to pick out which spirit he was talking to. Um, yeah, fame does have a bunch of perks. Yeah, he sings too, but for real, who gonna be out here buying a Christian Keys album? Let's be serious. It's either gonna be mumble rap or the sexy ladies in the industry or some type of degeneracy. No one is gonna buy a Christian Keys album. It's just not gonna happen. Um, yep, ego is too attached to it. Yep. Okay. Do you hear Mr. Hoodoo? Mr. Hoodoo is on the phone talking to his sister, and they're talking about making some type of gumbo right now. So that's what they're talking about. They're talking about making gumbo. It's funny. Um, That's funny. No, Mr. Hoodoo, Taz's voice is very deep. Mr. Hoodoo's voice isn't as deep as Taz, but it got some bass to it. Um, already, hey Valerie, already answered that type of question. No, I don't see anything happening to him. This is probably gonna be like one of the last questions, and then I'm gonna get off of here because I'm hungry, right? I'm hungry, and I need to figure out what type of food they talking about making. Y'all hear him? Oh my god, let me close the door. I thought I closed the door. Let me stop Cam real quick. Go close the door. Yeah, they are talking about making some type of gumbo and don't put the seafood, and they're always swapping recipes. So, okay. Okay, so this is probably going to be the last question because I'm going to get up out of here. Okay, Pam G asks, does TP really have a girlfriend or is he using her as a front? Ooh, let's see. Yeah, he does want people to be Inspector Gadget. Christian is really fishing for information. He's trying to see who's going to do what, doing it like this, right? He's fishing right now. Donna says, listen, I was hearing him trying to make out what type of food. Yeah, they're talking about gumbos and these foodie groups that they can join for the recipes and whatever he made with some sausage and talking about making roux and all like that. This is a foodie household, okay? Okay. Does he using her as a front? That girl is a front. Yeah, he using that woman as a front. That's a front. Robin Harper says that lady was a beard. Yeah, this is the whole front. This is a front. This is and all of that was for the 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 Bible lovers, right? That's for the Bible lovers. That's for the amen and the such and such and that's what that's for. Um, that's what that's for. You don't know that woman. You don't know that woman. That's a whole cover. That's a whole cover. Kevin, you can't eat shellfish? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. We're trying to have like lamb chops and lobster tails for Christmas. Now y'all notice what that is, because even with the Medea movies, it got to be an amen and a Christian coming to Jesus moment, and you got to figure it out. And that's what that's for. He knows his crowd. He knows his crowd. He knows what people are going to go along with. They're going to go along with some part degeneracy and part Christianity and a bunch of entertainment, even with them bad wigs. He knows his audience. He knows they're going to follow that. It's a recipe. Oh, Flora, you missed that. You missed that. She said, I think TP is closeted. Girl, you missed that. That was queen energy. We answered that. That was queen energy. Okay. It's queen energy. Now, we have to drag the wigs in the name of spirit. Okay. Spirit says those wigs are terrible. Spirit says you have too much land and too much money and too much prestige for these terrible wigs. Spirit says, sir, if you want some good wigs, you can go to Love Me website. Okay, he can follow the girls on YouTube because the girls on YouTube, they getting their wigs from the different places. Hell, I'll give you the place where I get my bundles from. Okay, the place where I get my bundles from will make you a good wig with some good HD lace. Okay, with bleach knots. Okay, and we're gonna pluck it and we're gonna get it right. Okay, let church say amen. Get rid of them terrible wigs. It's too much money and too much budget for these terrible wigs. It's just it's we rebuke these wigs. Okay, especially being in the Atlanta area. The girls in the Atlanta area, we can do a wig, we can do a sew in. Um, heck, we can get some tape ins. Okay, my sister-in-law did my tape ins before we came to California. I do my own sew ins. I got some good wigs. Where people were thinking it was my hair. I have hair. But in the wintertime, you need your protection style, right? So we gonna rebuke these terrible wigs in the name of Spurt. I rebuke them. I refuse to watch anything like that because this is 2023. You don't have to do them wigs like that. Them wigs looking like they were bought at the flea market. I don't know, did a knitting group create these wigs? Something is going on with these wigs. Okay, something is going on with the wigs and it needs to stop. It needs to stop. And it needs to stop right now. Okay, there's too much talent in the Atlanta area of people, of ladies who can slay wigs and get it right. Okay. There's just too many for them wigs to be looking like that. It's a shame. It's a travesty, and I demand more. I demand more. So I demand more. Okay, you can go to Beauty Master. If you're in the Atlanta area, Beauty Master is the huge beauty supply stores. You can go to beauty. There's a Beauty Master in Morrow, right off 75. Okay, right next to South Lake Mall, there is a Beauty Master. You can go there and get a better wig than that. See, mm-mm. So yeah, um, yeah, hmm yeah. I will share if he need hair recommendations. I would truly and verily share where I get my bundles, my good kinky straight from, my good kinky curly from. Because I wear my own textures, right? And I will help you out, boo. Get you some good frontals or a good wig or a 13 by 4, a 13 by 6. What do you need? I will help you. Okay, I will help you. Okay, I will help you. But anyway, so yeah, he got too much money to be ordering wigs from Shein. I mean, he can at least order the wigs from Amazon. Okay, he can at least order them from Amazon. Right. Um, yeah, them wigs looking like petrified wig. The wig be petrified. It don't move. It has no dimension. It be shiny like Chinese Barbie hair. It just be too much going on with the wigs, and I'm just like, y'all want me to watch this? I can't. I can't. I can't. So Flora says I need to get a yaki wig in my texture, but longer. I don't even want to take my hair out of these cornrows most of the time. Girl, Flora, hit me up. I will send you my vendor. Okay, where I buy my hair from. I've been buying hair from. I got bundles from them from like 2018, and they're still fine. You just wash them, deep condition them, and I just put them in little packs. And I have a box in my closet, with my bundles and my wigs in there. So if you need a good vendor for some good kinky straight that's gonna blend, they're gonna think it's your, just hit me up. Okay, hit me up. They're not popular on YouTube anymore, but the quality is still good. I'm tired of these bum ass wigs. But anyway, TP portrays the older black woman like a character. Yep, that's why the wigs look so bad. Yep, we talked about that, Pam G. We talked about that. Yep, we talked about that. Mm-hmm. A whole petrified wig looking like they found that wig in 1922. It's not fully petrified, but it is part of the yesteryear. You know, the ye old wigs. And the wig might as well be made laced with lead because them wigs don't. They're just so terrible. Like y'all don't even try and glue them down. You don't try and mount with no foundation. No concealer. Even the trick with the concealer. You don't dye the lace. It peels and lifts. They have a bunch of different lace glues that's gonna have he in the industry asks, Beyonce what her people use for her wigs, if you want a laid wig. It's just too much information out here now for a wig to look bad. I'm sorry, you can pay certain stuff with afterpay. You can do better than that. So yeah, wigs are given coffin ready. So okay, so with that being said, let me go ahead and go. I'm gonna end the stream. I love you all. I may or may not be back tomorrow because we got to look into. Unfortunately, we have to look into Jonathan Majors. We have to look into Jonathan Majors and see what's going on. So I may or may not be back tomorrow. It depends on what's going on around the house. It's Christmas time now. So I love y'all. Like this video, share this video, subscribe to my channel, join my Patreon, join members, all the good stuff. Love y'all. Bye.